Welcome everybody. How you guys? Good to see you guys. All right. I see you guys. Oh man, full house, nice. Super exciting. Let's make it happen. Put down the chat where you guys coming from. And what's your big why? That's the most important thing. What's your big why? Okay. Put down the chat. Where? How can we help you? Why are you here? That's the most important thing. Why are you here? Okay. My mission to help 1 million families get financial freedom, break the generational curse, and build generational wealth. What about you? Okay. For example, right? So put down where you come from, what you do, and make some new friends. All right. Yes. Jeff, Atlanta, welcome. CSA retirement. All right. What do you want to do when you retire? You know? What do you want to do? Where would you go? Who would you travel to? Who would you help? All these things are super important. All right. So put down what you want to do, where you want to go. Jeff, syndication. Okay, welcome. You want to syndicate? Okay. I see you guys, and turn on your camera, guys, okay? Turn on your cameras. We do business with people we like and we trust. Well, it's really hard to like and trust somebody you don't see them, right? So definitely turn on your camera. We're all family here. We're all here to help. We've been around for a long time. We like the OG when it comes to corporate housing, insurance housing, right? Been around for a long time. Help a lot of hundreds of people just like you. Won multiple award as well. Play, I'm able to play with Tony Robbins, like the platinum team, all over the world, right? Play chess with Sir Richard Branson, jumping in Tony Robbins' cold lunch in his home. That was an incredible experience, right? Those are what freedom can get you, right? That's the most important part, is freedom. And I'm talking about how to get 4 types of freedom, ultimate freedom today. We're not talking about just money freedom, which is one thing. Like a lot of doctors who here are doctor. I know, there's a couple of doctors in the house. I know they're my friend here, right? Yeah, doctor, lawyer, businessman. A lot of people have money freedom, but they don't have time freedom. I'm talking about taking like 3 months off, like we did. We just went to Costa Rica, book a one-way ticket there. That's how we travel, right? Book a one-way ticket to a country, and however long we like it, that's how long we're gonna stay, right? That's time freedom, right? That's time freedom, and most people don't have that. Then there's another type of freedom called relationship freedom, which means that you don't have to talk to nobody you don't want to, okay? That's what I like, right? Even when I was a doctor, there's a lot of patients I would rather not talk to, but I still have to talk to them, you see, right? If you're a lawyer, Sam, or accountant, whatever, right? You wanna be able to, don't have to really talk to anybody you don't want to. And that's why we're here, because this business allows you to do that. I mean, where else can you find a business where the client, they don't even need to talk to you, they don't want to see you, they wire you monthly income? Where? Only in the real estate game, right? That's make money in your sleep. Where can you make money in your sleep? Literally nowhere else except real estate. You guys get that, right? That is why all these men behind me here, all billionaires, they all have thousands of units of real estate. They have resort, they have a bunch of stuff, right? Why? Because they understand that is truly the most truly passive income is from real estate. But the challenge with real estate is nobody have money to buy 10 houses. If you have money to buy 10 houses, cash pay off, hey, you don't really.
Marisara mo yung pintuan.
Mute yourself, guys. Everybody, mute everybody. Okay. So that's why. Rianne, you need to be muted. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, and then there's another type of freedom is location freedom. All right. Can you work from anywhere around the world? Yes. I've been retired 7 years, traveled around the world, went to Italy, just like this past year went to Paris for the Olympics. Every 100 years, there's Olympic in Paris. You don't want to miss that, right? That was incredible. We're looking overlooking the Eiffel Towers, have the amazing fireworks during the opening of a historical moment, right? And then we decided to stop by Santorini, Greece. Why not? And that was magical, magical as well, right? Before that, I went to Australia, Bali, you name it, we've probably been there before, okay? And then Costa Rica and Tulum was amazing. Just literally got back. That was like heaven on earth, literally heaven on earth. People live there to 100 years old. That's what we plan on doing. 100 years old, healthy, happy. Healthy, happy living. What about you? Where will you travel to? Put down in the chat, where will you travel to? Okay. I see you guys. Carol, Farm, welcome. Dee, welcome. Thank you for on your camera. Lily, I'm sure your name is not Lily, so hi. I see. What's your name, brother? Put down in the chat where you come from. What's your big Y? Cece, is that how you say? Lisi, Jeff Anderson. All right, nice background, brother. Good to see you guys. Okay, Europe. All right, Italy. Fantastic. Time freedom. Absolutely. D from New Jersey, a realtor, taking care of family, retire early. Yes, yes. Absolutely. So today, my promise to you is to show you how to get all absolute financial freedom within 6 months or less. You're in? You're in and out. All right. Who here doesn't want that? If you don't want that, I can't help you. Okay? Just kidding. All right, we're gonna have fun. So there you go. All right. And I'm gonna show it to you within 1 hour. That's it. All I need. All I ask for in exchange for my time, my team time, a lot of money to put this event up to you. Give a hand to my team, all right? All we ask for is your undivided attention for the next hour. I guarantee will change your life, okay? I guarantee will change your life in the next hour. You got me? Can you promise me to do that, okay? That's all it takes, is your focus. Your focus, where your focus goes, energy flow. And I want to applaud you guys for being here today, because it's the hardest thing to juggle everything, is to show up for yourself, show up for your personal development, show up for your family today. So I don't take it lightly at all. I want to applaud you guys. Pat yourself on the back right now for being here. Pat yourself on the back right now for being here, okay? Yes, yes, I love winners. I love champions. We are the one that people laugh at until we show them our lifestyle. They were like, whoa, what you do, right? It's always like that, guys. Or they be hating on you. But hey, you here improving yourself. That's the most important part. Jim Rohn, one of my personal mentor from the past, he was still mentor me. He's not around anymore, but I love him. He said, focus on who you become, not what you get. Right? In anything you do, focus on who you become. And personal development, your personal income will never exceed your personal development, right? That's what he was mentoring Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins have helped more than millions of people. I think they know a thing or two about this. But anyway, I would do everything in my power to make it worth your while. That's I can promise you, okay? I will go through super quick here what we do and how this is the number one strategy I have found in my 20 years entrepreneurship. How I went from trapped corporate slavery to absolute freedom with corporate housing, insurance housing, without owning any properties, without having any employees, without any real estate experience. That's the biggest key, okay? You don't need any of these to make it in this business, and I will show you how and why. Sounds good? And the longer you stay, the more gems I'm going to drop. That is for sure. I honor the people who take the time, and the longer you stay, hey, who knows, maybe I give you some bonuses that never been seen before as well. Maybe I give you my script for how to get unlimited landlords to say yes, right? Maybe, right? This depending on how I want the chat to blow up though. For that to happen, I want the chat to blow up. Anything you like, anything you do, participate, okay? Put down the chat where you learn, where you grow. And I will see you. I see everything here. I see you. So when you have a question, whoever participate more, I'm going to answer those people questions more first, right? Hey, I got to reward people who participate. All right. Okay. So again, I'll do everything in my power, make it worth your while. Stay to the end and see how you can do this too. I invested over $1 million into myself, over 20 years entrepreneurship, flew all over the world to learn from the biggest billionaires. How many here want to learn from the billionaires that I learned from? You think you can pick up a thing or two, right? All right. And I invested over $1 million into myself, literally fly all over the world for the last 20 years trying to do business. Okay. and I will compress all the gems that I learned in this hour for you. So don't take it lightly at all, okay? Unless you want to go and spend $1 million and fly over the world for 20 years, go right ahead, okay? But I have done a lot of research for you. I got my MBA as well, PharmD as well. So I look at hundreds of different models. I haven't found one vehicle, one strategy that give you absolute freedom like this. Unless you do, then let me know, okay? But usually most businesses, they don't allow you to have all this freedom that I talk about. One to multiple awards. You know, this me and Sir Richard Branson, he worth about $5 billion at literally his own island. He owns his own island, worth about 300-400 million. And I'm on his own island, on his own home, playing a few games of chess with him, right? That's what amazing. It's surreal. And we're talking about the world's biggest problems to help people, right? Or Tony Robbins backstage, we raised like $5 million that night for sex trafficking kids over in Asia. And that was an amazing, you know, time. We traveled the world together, him with his family and as well. And that was incredible. Or Grant Cardone on his yacht and play a game, poker with him. And I actually won, by the way. And question, if you win like $12,000 against Grant Cardone, what will you do? Okay, put down in the chat, what will you do? Okay, and somebody remind me at the end. I'll tell you what I did with that, and that will blow your mind. So stay to the end to know what happened there. And who win between me and Sir Richard Branson? Maybe while we're on that too. Who do you think won between me and Sir Richard Branson? Okay. All right, let's have some fun there. All right, so it's not just about me, but it's about what's possible for you, for our students. So, for example, these two students met within my community, and they partnered up, and boom, they have 2 properties within a couple months. Each of them, as you can see here, clear like $8,000 a month in profit here. So, with those two, I mean, they're making more than what they make full-time job. Incredible, right? Or suddenly, they have a 3-month insurance stay that pay up front. How many here want to pay up front? Have money pay up front from insurance, right? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Or who in here are moms and dad? Happy Mother's Day recently. Happy Father's Day coming up. Those mom and dad, my heart go out to you because I retired my parents when I was like 7 years ago in my 30s. And that was one of the best thing I have done, you know, for them and for my grandma as well. So my heart go out to the mom, the dads out there that's working. So these two, Ann and Amanda, they are working mom, came to me frustrated, burnout. How many in here ever felt that, right? Kids running around and don't know what to do. Within months, literally, guys, I helped them retire from their job, live a lifestyle of absolute freedom in their 30s. Okay, they've been traveling the world since. Okay, and one of them have a couple more babies. I guess that's what you do when you have fun. Yeah, we make some babies. So the biggest thing is our coaches and advisors are all graduates from our mentorship program. That is a product of the products. We got Uriah here, who's a truck driver, who was able to make 6 figures within less than 6 months, and then he make over more than doctors make. He scaled to 20 properties and make about 30-40K a month, right? Truck driver, guys, you know? So that's what's possible for you, right? My goal for this training is to teach you how to make 6 figures beyond Airbnb that nobody else is teaching. I was the one who went viral on social media for corporate housing and insurance housing, and since then a lot of people have been follow that lead, and God bless them. Nothing wrong with that. But if you want to work with the OG, you know, the OG, the Michael Jordan of the industry, right? The Kobe Bryant of the industry is us. Okay, look nowhere else further. Been around for 10 years. So my story, real quick: immigrant from Vietnam, came here, no English, no connection, nothing. Sleep on a tiny bed with my mom, my dad, my sister, in the ghetto, pretty much. Determined to achieve the American dream, right? This is our backyard right here. We came out and we hit the fence. That's how big it was. But it's still better than Vietnam. With you see all these people right here. You see that little shack in the back? All of us stay in that one tiny place. Okay. But anyway, American dream, guys. What is it? Go to school, get good grade, good job, become doctor, lawyer, all of that, right? That's what I did. That's what I've been told. That's what I did. So I thought I made it after I got my white coat, my degrees, my MBA, all of that. Within 1 year, I made it to Pharmacy of the Year award for a Fortune 1 company. I'm talking about the biggest company on earth, okay? And I thought I made it. I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm gonna retire you. Don't worry about a thing, right? I got this. Next thing I know, they sat me down and they said, "Hey, you did great. We're gonna cut your staff hour by 30%. We're gonna give you a 2% raise. Don't even keep up with inflation." And why do we do this? Because we know that we can suck more blood out of you. Or they didn't tell us that, but that's basically what it is. They know that I can handle more, so they can give me more responsibility with just a little bit more pay to keep me. What it does is not give you financial freedom. Okay, so and then my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and I was like, I got to figure out something fast. So I tried all kind of businesses. I tried drop shipping, MLM, day trading. How many here have tried these things before? Opening a franchise, multifamily, I've done that too. Be a realtor, traditional real estate. I done almost everything you can imagine, okay? Because I was hungry, I was desperate, I wanted freedom. I know this is not the American dream. Y'all seen the movie The Matrix, right? You ever wonder, like, am I stuck in the Matrix? Am I in it? I was in it, right? Live a life of quiet desperation, drive an hour to work, exhausted at home, drive an hour home, exhausted in the weekend, and just have fun for a couple of days and then go back at it again, year after year. Okay, that's not the American dream, right? Now, these other businesses are amazing. You're doing well done. I wish you the best. But the thing is, they don't give you passive income, truly passive income. Okay, drop shipping, e-commerce. This sounds so great, but I was trying to make $20 a sell. I'm gonna have like thousands of customers. I don't even have time to do anything else, right? I mean, that's not the answer. Multi-level marketing is like stalking people at the mall. I did that too for years. Bring people to the classes, and that doesn't work either, right? That's still like trading time for money. Day trading, of course, that's trading time for money. I did that too. I know there's option trading. It's say like month-long trading. You do it once a month. That never happened, guys. Okay. It's more like full-time job, and most of the time you lose your shirt because you're not professional. They have like a team of professional fighting you as a retail trader. Okay, wake up, guys. I fell into that trap so many times. I lost my shirt, my savings multiple times over, and I vow never to like do those things again. That's definitely like gamble. It is gambling. Okay, and you are competing against true professionals that have team up against you. Okay. Franchise restaurant. I opened a $400,000 restaurant. It's a franchise, international, well-known. And guess what happened? I found myself having a job that paid me like $50K a year, and I was working like my butt off. But that's not the answer. Traditional business is not the answer, guys. Traditional business costs so much to open, so much overhead. It's ridiculous, right? Multifamily. Try that too. Multifamily, invest, get that passive income, okay? And syndicate, sounds great, Here's the thing, if you want to syndicate something, it's a full-time job, okay? And most people don't make it, okay? If you have money to invest, I did. I put in money into multifamily, big people name, big people deal as well. And I was only making like 5% a year. That's like, you need $2.5 million to make 10K a month. How long does it take for you to save $2.5 million? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. How long? At your current saving rate? For me, it would be like forever, right? Being a realtor, traditional real estate, is all right. It's better than working a day job, I think. But still, you're working a night job, right? You got to jump whenever they ask you, like working nights and weekends, And that's not it either. So, frustrated, burnout, and trapped. What I do? Lost, miserable, rock bottom. How many ever feel lost, miserable, or at rock bottom, right? I was there, guys. I was there, and I know how you feel. I definitely felt the same way, and I determined to break free from that, okay? But that is when I met somebody who gave me an epiphany that I never thought about, and I thank that person to this day. Is what if back then, this was like 12 years ago, okay? What if I could rent vacant home and sublet on Airbnb and scale to freedom? Because you don't even need to own your own home to make money from it. Isn't that amazing? You can leverage OPP, write that down, leverage OPP, other people properties, okay? And the sky's the limit, right? The sky's the limit with that, okay? The old model is exchanging your time for money directly. 1 hour of your life equal X amount of dollars. Salary is even worse. And then they told us to put money into a safe place, quote unquote. 50 years from now, we can enjoy it if we're still alive, right? How many in here? You see something wrong with that model, right? I can't be traveling the world like 50 years from now. You know, I don't have the energy or the health, right? Who knows? I want it now, you see? So that's the old model, all right? And then, you know, have you ever wondered why the hedge fund manager are the one who like fly helicopter, you know, drive Ferrari while you like slaving away? And I was too, right? So anyway, the new model is this. You know, take a screenshot, write this down. It's very important. Create an equitable, scalable business model where you do not directly exchange your time for money. You want to make money in your sleep. How many here want to make money in your sleep? Okay. And then you reinvest into your business, snowball it, and then the holy grail to financial freedom is have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income backed up by real estate, not by your hard work or time. You don't make money with your time. If that is true, anybody can be making, you know, here's an hour, give me $20. Like, yes, you make money through the value you provide to the marketplace, the value. And if you can have multiple streams of income by having multiple ways of providing value to the marketplace can reward you. Make sense? So that's what you need. You don't need hard work. You don't need all these fancy whatever. You need to provide value to the marketplace. And real estate is truly the passive income. But anyway, I did it the hard way because back then there was no mentor and all of that, so I lost like thousands of hours, tens of thousands of dollars. I had to close down more than 10 corporate housing, Airbnb back then actually, right? But I can save you from these nightmares. That's the most important thing, right? Because I have no support group, no mentor. But even then, I scaled to 20 something corporate rental, Airbnb, and the rest in history. Okay, why is this different? This clients would stay for months instead of days. You know, I had 20 something Airbnbs before. I had the vacation rental, make good money. You know, retire when I was 33, 7 years ago. But after a couple of years of that, I was like, I'm burned out. I mean, you know, check in, check out every single few days. You know, managing 20 something of that. Imagine that. That's crazy, right? So I asked myself one important question. Who is my ideal client? Write it down. Ask yourself, who is your ideal client? Is your ideal client the mom and pop who could lose their job like that and don't pay and you have to go through eviction? Or is it the corporate clients? Is it the insurance clients that have a lot more resources? Boom, right there. That's it. So I decided to focus on that, and thank God I did before COVID, because COVID happened, and what happened to all the vacation rental guys? They all shut down overnight. Anybody experience that? Okay, so my company survived, and not only survived, thrived during COVID, because we have corporate clients are locked in for 3 months, 6 months with 90-something% chance they're gonna extend because everything got delayed. Does that make sense? While my $1 billion, billionaires competition with Airbnb with vacation rental shut down overnight because nobody were on vacation anymore. If you are building the short-term rental business, you are building your castle on sand, guys. I want to make that very clear to you guys. I want to save a lot of people from that. Okay, why? Because remember 9/11, remember COVID. Every 10 years one of these things happen, and what's the first thing people cut during tough time? Vacation, right? But they're not going to cut their job. Corporate housing, hello, that's a necessity. They're not going to cut, the insurance is not going to cut covering people's houses that they go through fire, flood, hurricane. You know, they're $1 trillion company. They are legally obligated to pay when people go through that, right? That's a necessity. Make sense? So this is a necessity business that is pretty much like very recession proof versus the vacation rental luxury business where it's so risky that something changes and nobody go on vacation. Make sense? So that's why this is the way to go. This is really is the saving grace for all the people who doing Airbnb right now. Okay, that's why we want a lot of award, help a lot of people, because people see that every single year it's getting harder and harder to do short-term rental with regulations, with Airbnb and all of that going crazy, right? We want to get off of Airbnb. We have direct booking from corporate clients. We still use Airbnb, but to get the long-term clients, and we have like dozens of other resources that nobody know about, and our connection to get direct booking, so that way we don't share that profit. A lot of profit is shared with Airbnb, with the VRBO and all of that as well. Okay, when you have direct booking, you keep most of that to yourself. Make sense? So the difference is this client stay for months instead of days. That one thing right there cut down your workload by 30 times. Listen to me very carefully, guys. The average stay for short-term rental is what, 3 to 6 days? For this, the average stay 3 to 6 months. That's 30 times longer. So if the client stays 30 times longer, your workload is less by 30 times. Does that make sense? Instead of having 30 check-in for the next 3 months, you have 1 check-in, 1 check-out, 1 cleaning, 1 client instead of 30 clients. Make sense? That's huge. That one thing is what enabled me to travel the world and work a couple hours a week. And I got bored and I was like, what do I do with my life? I look out on the beach one day, it's like, what's my purpose life? Okay, I got everything I needed. Retire my mom, my dad, my grandma. And God really showed me, hey, your job now is not just for you anymore. It's to help 1 million families get financial freedom, break the generational curse, build generational wealth. Who in here want to be one of those families? All right? That's what I'm talking about, okay? The second thing is you make 2 times the market rent while minimize management. Why do these companies pay you that much? Why insurance pay you that much? It's a lot cheaper than hotels. If you have 4 employees, are you gonna rent 4 hotels or 1 house to do the job? Which one will save you more money? Of course, 1 house, right? If you have insurance that are taking care of the rent, right? And your property is going through under renovation, flood, hurricane, where are you gonna stay? You wanna stay in a hotel or you wanna stay at a home? Of course, a home. Make sense? So that's why it works, okay? So 10 times less management equal 10 times more freedom, and it's actually 10 times less risk and headaches versus traditional short-term rental or even long-term rental. Why? Because you're dealing with short-term rental, you're dealing with what? Vacationer, party, drug, alcohol, all of that, okay? Squatters, they book for a weekend, but they stay for a month, and it's really tough to kick them out, right? Or long-term rental, where they don't take care of your property, right? No cash flow, and if they lose their job, knock on wood on them, but they do that, you have to go through eviction that take you months, a lot of money and time, right? A lot of headaches. And even if they check out for years, how many here had long-term tenant that check out, they had to renovate the whole house? Cost you like 30, 40K. Well, there goes all your profit for the last 5 years renting to them, you see? So because this is business to business versus B2C, business to customer. Does that make sense? And then you escape a lot of regulations and a lot more tax exempt because you don't have to pay the hotel tax. The hotel tax, anything less than 30 days, okay? A lot of regulations, they don't allow you to do Airbnb anymore because it's less than 30 days. But this is longer than 30 days. They can't say anything about that, okay? So that's why. That's why we have built this community for a reason. Make sense? Okay. Now, disclaimer, we're not a financial legal advisor or counselor or a tax or attorney, okay? I gotta put that disclaimer in there. All of this is based on my experience, also my hundreds of students we experience nationwide that we have helped, okay? So these are the main difference between the two as well, okay? And also midterm rental or corporate housing is way less management, okay? And way less cost to manage the property. For each cleaning, imagining you clean, every week, you gotta pay the maid, the supplies, that's hundreds of dollars a month, extra. We did the math, it's literally like $500 more a month per property. If you do short term versus midterm, you save about $500 a month. You time that by 10, that's like $5,000 a month in your pocket. Make sense? That's huge. And what's the difference between owning versus renting? Why would you arbitrage somebody else's property? Because for one home that you buy, you can do 10 arbitrage and make 10 times the income. How many want to make money from 10 houses instead of just one? Okay, exactly. How many in here want to make money from the 10 houses now instead of waiting 20 years for you to qualify for the loan, rehabbing it, and renting it out? Of course, we make money now, right? And more importantly, how many here want to make money from 10 A plus property in A plus neighborhood instead of just one B or C property in C neighborhood? 10 A plus property, A plus neighborhood, right? Why? Because the difference between when you buy an A property in A plus neighborhood versus a B or C property, the difference of buying is like hundreds of thousands of dollars versus the difference in renting is only a few $100. Make sense? Anybody can rent a few $100 more and pass that cost on more to corporate clients anyway. You understand me? That's why when I discovered this, it's like an aha moment, and that's why I scale 2 properties a month, every single month for a year. That's how I get 20-something properties to retire within a year after that. Make sense? It's all about how you understand to leverage other people's stuff, okay? Airbnb understand it. Does Airbnb own any properties? No. Does Uber own any cars? No. What they do? They leverage your property. They leverage our property, which is great. Why not us, right? If they don't have to own any property, why do you and I need to own anything? You want to control everything. Of course, eventually, once you make the money, go back and buy more properties, and that's great. I own some houses too. That's great. That's one of your assets. But if you don't have 10 to 20K a month, guys, do yourself a favor and make that first. Make that passive income first, okay? Financial freedom formula. Month 1, do 1 property, make 2K a month. Month 2, do 2 more property, make 6K. Month 3, you do 2 more, now you have 10K a month. 3 months, 10K a month. You're done. Most people done. Retire, travel, right? If not, do about 3 more months of that, you have 20K a month. Now, most people would definitely be good to go, right? If not, scale up, you get 40, 50K a month. But you see, imagine you making 20K a month, 30K a month, passive income, and traveling the world. How will you feel? What will you do for your family? This is the exact formula that I use to get freedom, guys, okay? And they don't teach you this in school. I went 8 years of college, okay, MBA as well. This is the exact formula that helped a lot of my students, many students who do it. So take a screenshot of this, put this on a wall somewhere. This is all you need to do, okay? Because once you set up the property, what happened? Every single month, money coming in, right? Sounds good? All right. So why are we different from other Airbnb gurus? They don't tell you. They don't tell you about corporate clients, corporate housing, how you get the clients, how you manage it, how you do all this. It's very, very lucrative, and it's very, very passive as well, okay? So the 4-step method that I'll be talking about today: find the right location. A is to ask to sublease. S is set up to stand out, and then 2 is to tap into your corporate clients, okay? Now, every week I cover a different topic, so come back here for another topic. But today is the overall view of maximizing your profit to corporate clients, okay? So find the right location. Myths, you don't know where to find a deal, all of that, you know. With us, you find the deals within minutes, within little minutes. That's 3 H's, just a preview. One that week we're gonna cover just location. It's highways, hospitals, and hotels. Write that down. When 2 highway intersect, what you got? You got attention, you got money flow, energy flow. Okay? When 2 highway intersect, that's where it's at. And then where are the hotels? Where are the nice hotels? Where are the hospital? Where they congregate? That's where you want to be. Why? Because the whales know where the food are. You know, these big companies put down 100 million to $1 billion into a project, into a resort, a hospital. Don't you think they've done their research? Of course, right? So there you go. Okay, there you go. And then how do you sublease? Why would landlord give you their property? okay? Because we have the track record. If you do this by yourself, it's gonna be very hard because the landlord gonna ask you, hey, I like you, Jeff, I like you, Alicia, I like you, Cece, but what's your track record for doing this? How many of these corporate housing have you done, right? And you be a good person that you are, you're gonna be like, it's my first one, my second one. What are your chances of succeeding? Very slim, right? Very zero. Now, what contrast that to us? Like, let's say you're a part of us, like Dee, Carol, Sherry just joined us, Janae just joined us. So Sherry and Janae can ethically say, hey, I'm a part of a nationwide corporate housing network. We have done hundreds of these deals. We have over 100 members nationwide. Here's my website. Here's my partner website. We have 20 years combined experience. And now we want to see if your property is qualified for what we do. Boom. You see the difference? You see the difference in the two pitch? Okay? So that's why we understand leverage of the collective intelligence of our partnership nationwide. Okay? This is our partner nationwide here in almost every major state, every major city. These are my students that I have helped to have successful businesses. They're on website, logo, properties successfully on almost every major state. This is the secret. It's the community. It's the team, right? No one man, one woman is better than 100 men, 100 women in any sport, in any game, right? And yet entrepreneurs think they can do this by themselves all the time. That's why they get killed on the battlefield. Okay. So if you don't have an army, you don't have a team, then leverage mine. Leverage what we already built. Make sense? That what I just shared with you right there is the key, is the secret right there. And then the corporate clients do. The company is not going to want to deal with newbies, right? But when they deal with us, you can see the track record. They can see how much they have done, and boom, that's how you get success, right? So, what I'm going to do now is present to you a really quick testimonial video that really show you how to do this. But the biggest gift I can give you, thank you for staying on. The biggest gift I can give you right now, who here want more help, right? Is my time. That's the biggest gift I can give you. Who here want to have a one-on-one strategy session with me personally, where I can help you every step of the way, analyze the market, analyze the deal for you, and then see if we're a good fit for each other. If not, no worries. Everybody go their own way and, and make a new friend. But if you want that one-on-one help, if all this did is to give you that financial freedom lifestyle, will be worth it, right? Absolutely, right? If all this did is to give you the skill set to leave a legacy, not just the money for your kids, your grandkids, but show them how to get absolute freedom with your business, would that be worth it, right? For me, absolutely, okay? So the best gift I can give everybody is my time. I am put away about 5 slots available for a one-on-one 1-hour consultation that I usually can charge like $3,000, but I'm giving for free for this group only, for your group, because I want to honor you for showing up here. So the link is in the chat. You want that, you got to apply. We don't just accept anybody. We want to make sure it's the right fit for us. So that's the application. If you qualify, you can get that time with me. First come, first serve. One is 5 spots is up, is up. That's all. Like, I don't have a lot of unlimited time. You gotta understand, right? Now, what I can promise you, if you don't qualify for that, or if the spots come up, I can still have my advisor to talk to you 20, 30 minutes of that time, right? Either way, you're gonna win. So what you gotta lose? Nothing. But if you don't do this, yeah, you got a lot to lose, because you're gonna ask yourself, what if for the next 5, 10 years? What if you invest in real estate 10 years ago? Where will you be now, right? What if you did this 5 years ago? Where would you be now, right? Don't let another 5 years go by, or even a year go by, and look back and say, what if? That's the biggest regrets. My wife has been a nurse all her life, and I retired her after we shortly met. But bless her, she managed 1,000 employees, over hundreds of thousands of senior care members, people on their deathbed. And the one thing that she said is that all of them, the biggest regret is what if. The biggest regret is they didn't overcome their fear and build that business that they dream of. They didn't overcome their fear and build that life that they went up. They went all in on something, right? Or try multiple things until you find what works. That is the biggest regret. Don't let that happen to you. You know, don't go another 20, 30 years and looking back and say, what if, right? Look at who you are following at your job, at your community. Are they where you want to be? If not, it's about time to change something, do something different. I look at my mentor who was there 20 years, pharmacist, and I was receiving more frustration, more burnout, more headaches, all of that, and no freedom, right? And still more complaining. I was like, I don't want to be there 20 years like that, right? No, thank you, right? So I seek different mentors, different communities, different group, try different things. I failed like 10 different businesses, but you know how many businesses does it take for you to be a millionaire and retire and travel the world? One. You look at the average millionaire in America, most of them fail with 7, 8 different businesses before they make it, okay? Which is okay, right? Who cares, right? But if you don't do it, and if you regret it, that's the bigger regret of your life, right? But anyway, so there it is. There's my gift for you guys. Sounds good? So book that call, and we love to help you every step of the way, okay? So now I'm gonna go over what we're here to do is to show you some more blueprints on how you can do this, where you can do it as well. And drop down the chat for people who are looking at some of my testimonials. We have hundreds of testimonials nationwide as well. And before we dive into that, let's just show you one of them, quick highlight real quick, so you know that it's real while you click on that link for you to book that call with us, okay? And then we can go over a lot more detail. We're gonna go over the blueprint, how much it costs, or what to charge people, what to look for, what's the location. And also you have a location, you put it in the chat, maybe if we have time here, we can analyze it for you as well. So check this out.
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business endeavor as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and then the corporate housing.
That is awesome. How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000. Last month was my biggest month, of course. I grossed $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you to get there?
9 months now.
How long did it take you to be a pharmacist?
Forever.
I actually got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year. And I'm going to do everything I can to beat that number.
That's $20K a month, baby. Let's go.
Started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
He's a truck driver, by the way. Truck driver.
How much are we making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
12,000 a month. Yeah, it's so peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's he's glowing. He got money all over his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months.
I'm a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking, and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
I net about $3K a month from that property.
Yeah, and you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man, the tools you provide, people we're around, we teach each other so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business, so I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
A month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. This is it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we We joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him. It's so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's gonna do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go.
Boom. So the moral of that is if a single mom, a truck driver, and a 15 years old can do this, I'm sure you can do it as well, right? That's the most important thing you want to get out of that, okay? Anyway, any questions so far? Put down in the chat. We'd love to answer any questions real quick, and then we move to the next topic here. Questions so far. Let me see if I miss any questions. Let's see. All right, let me see. Do we have to have it fully furnished? Yes. Set up Wi-Fi? Yes. Highway, hospital, hotel, correct. That's right, make money in your sleep. Okay. All right, let's get to the real good stuff. I promise you, the longer you stay, the better it is, okay? I want to set the frame, and now I'm going to dive into real meat, the real meat here, okay? Because a lot of people don't understand what we do until now. So I gotta set it up so that way you understand at least the basics first, okay? All right, so maximize earning. We covered this. I'm gonna breeze through this. Okay, I was said 10 times less work than vacation rental. And what are the difference as well, right? So corporate tenant, they stay for months at a time, okay? Just a lot better with everything. Oh, income predictability is important. So I know like vacation rental, a lot of Airbnb gurus, all that, they show you how to make like 10K a month, whatever, but they only showing you like for the 3 months out of the year, because that's the 3 months that people had take vacation, okay? Usually summertime, right? But the other 9 months or 8 months, they're not making any money. They lose a lot of money, okay? With corporate clients, it's different. They check in for usually 3 to 6 months with 90% extension rate because none of the projects ever finish on time. If you do renovation, you understand this. Any renovation actually finish on time? No. I have people who like fix and flip for 30 years, they never finish on time, okay? That's why it's amazing. Any other project too, there's an IT project, there's a medical project, all of that. Usually they don't finish on time. But vacation usually end on time, right? So that's why. And also, if they book for like I literally just sign up a contract year-long for a company, 12 months, they pay double the market rent. 12 months. That's what I'm talking about. No gap whatsoever, right? Okay, so vacationer, tourist, traveler, family on vacation, corporate clients. Who are these corporate companies? Relocation is big as well, you know. Company relocating another employee with their whole family to this new area, right? Business trip, assignments, anything in constructions, solar, IT, even TV show in California, right? Medical professional, of course, a lot of people. Management intensity. This was me on the right when I was managing 20-something vacation rental. Every single day there's fire put out. This is me after I switch over everything to corporate, okay? Because they stay for months. What you gotta do after they check in? Like nothing. They're chilling on the beach, okay? Potential for damages as well. Vacation rental definitely can damage you probably a lot more, okay? Corporate clients, they don't want to lose their job, so they're not gonna do anything to, you know, stupidly to do that, right? Occupancy as well, very important, okay? Occupancy. So, like I said, with vacation rental, like maybe you're on the beach or something, you good for 3 months, but the other 6-7 months you empty. With corporate rental, we are in the central area, so we get booked pretty much year round. Our occupancy rate is about 80-90%. Instead of the short term, it's about 40-50%. You see, it's about double the occupancy rate, which is huge, huge. You get it? And then market fluctuation as well, right? There's not that much with midterm. Management effort definitely is big time. Okay. All right. How do you set up the property? The fast method that we touch on. Okay. Highways, hospital, hotel. Remember that. Very important. How to ask the sublease. You want to leverage our track record, leverage us as a team. Okay. And then set up to stand out as well. Big time. Okay. The way you set up these properties are different from vacation rental. Okay, we have a whole class to teach on that. But the main thing is you want think about how people go to work and they want to go home and sleep. Okay, we want to set up in a way where it help them with that to rest. Not really the vacation where they just go and jump in the pool and have a ping pong table. No, okay. So that's important. And then how do you tap into the corporate clients? How do you negotiate the deal and all of that? So this is the formula, guys. Take a screenshot of this. How much does it cost? Where to buy the furniture, rent the furniture, what kind of return you get? All of this is important. So first month rent, first month deposit is usually all tech. Instead of the down payment like 50K, 100K, you only need like 5K to 7K, 10 times less that. Makes sense? You can buy the furniture without help. It's only cost about 7 to 9K instead of like 15, 20K. The furniture alone would save you like 5 to 10K right there for a property. Make sense? You can even rent the furniture. Okay. Now I don't recommend it if you do it long term, but you want to test out a market for 3 months, 6 months. Hey, why not rent it out? Test it. The good thing about this is you can test out very, very good. You have 10 different markets to test out instead of just one. Make sense? So the initial cost to set up one property is about 10K to 15K, depending on where you're at. If you're in California, look for about 15K. If you're in Texas, you look for about 10K. Make sense? You make about 2 to 3K a month on average. Again, if you're in California, you make about 3K a month, even 5K a month. There's a guy that makes 7K a month. Okay, I want to under promise, over deliver. Okay, it's not about the $50,000 check, $100,000 check, like. Yeah, let me see if Sherry, you're on here, right? Put down a chat. We just had this conversation. She's a fix and flipper professionally. Actually, why don't we do this? Bring Sherry on. Bring Sherry on. I want her to share her experience with you guys. It'll be fun. Okay. Sherry, can you talk? Can you hear me? My team, wake up. Okay. put Sherry on. I pay you guys too much. I'm just kidding. My team is great. I love my team. I'm just kidding. All right. Put Sherry on the line, guys. I want to hear Sherry talk.
Hello.
Spotlight her. Hey, Sherry, how are you?
I am good, thank you. Yes,
Good.
I have been doing fix and flips and for about the last 5 years, and they have not brought me as much as I would have liked to have got from them. I have a background in interior design, so I'm great at doing all the work to fix them up and make them really nice and sell them, but they take too long. They take too much of my time, so by the time I am finished and selling them, I've put a good year into them, some of them. And so then when I think about how much money I would have made during the year, it really just kind of, it's a wash. It's a wash.
Exactly.
So the only thing I can take from it is the experience that I've gained to go a different route.
Thank you for sharing, Sherry. Let me ask you some
Thank you.
questions. So for if an average fix and flip, how much do you want to put in cash? Or in credit, too?
Well, you really got to look at the market value of the area for the fix and flip that you're going to do to see what the average sale price value is.
Yeah.
So that the money, so you're looking at your ROI, your return on investment, how much money you're going to put in for
Right.
how much you're going to get out.
Right. But usually you put in what, 100K, 200K in a deal?
You can, because of the purchase price of the property, and then what you have to put in to refurbish it.
Let's just talk about this deal that you're currently doing right now. How much cash do you put in?
I put in 30,000.
Okay. And then you on how much rehab cost did you put in?
I'm looking at probably about 40,000.
Okay, so total 70K in plus hard money loan, right? Or,
I
or
actually got a loan through family,
Mhm.
but I do have to pay back that loan. But
Mhm.
fortunately, it's not a hard money loan, because if anyone's familiar with hard money loans,
Yeah.
which they are useful if that's the only way you can go, but
Right.
you're paying back about 50% on a hard
Right.
money loan.
That's crazy. Most people have to do that, right? And
Yes, a lot of people do
but
that.
even your family, how much do you have to borrow from your family?
I borrowed 40,000.
Okay. Total in, it'll sound like 120K. How long does it take? A year?
I've been working on it for a year because I've had a lot of other things come up. I'm living life. I have children that are having children. I'm taking time off,
Gotcha.
going, so life doesn't stop while you're trying to do the work.
Right. And then you told me it's like a full-time job, right?
Yes.
Sounds like,
Yes.
right? So, and then your reward is not really, you don't even know if you're gonna make that or not, right?
Right. Right.
If you're hoping
I'm,
to make 120K or whatever, right?
yes.
Okay, so you put in 120K in to make 120K, perfect. That's,
I know.
you know,
Sounds ridiculous.
and a whole year of your life, right?
Yes, a whole
You don't
year.
even know if you're gonna make that much. But let's say if
Right.
you do, here's one thing that I learned from Tony Robbins I want to share with everybody, learn from billionaire. It's called risk to reward ratio. In any business, you want to look at risk to reward ratio. And the billionaire is super smart at that. They want to maximize the as long as the risk to reward is 5-1, they take the deal. Some of you
Oh.
know what I'm talking about. Why? Because you only need to be right 1 out of 5 times to make it. Okay, the odds are in your favor. Now, look, you put in 120K to make 120K. What kind of risk reward is that? 1 to
That's like
I want
1 to 1.
This 1-1.
1 to 1.
What percentage do you need to be right to make your money? 100% of
Right.
the time. If you're
Right.
wrong one time, you lose 100K, like that. How many 100K can you lose, guys? Not many.
0.
I have a lot of fix and flippers who are my students who've been at it. One guy been at it for 30 years. You think you know what they're doing? He lost it all in 2 deals. Two deals because the ratio. Now, I want to introduce the concept of asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. Asymmetrical. Okay. If your risk to reward, if your reward is 10 times the risk, you only need to be right 1 out of 10 times. Can you be right 1 out of 10 times, Sherry?
No. Well, yes.
Oh, yes, of course. Come on.
Yes, yes, yes.
You can, you as you can see, we didn't rehearse this. This is just off the cuff. But yeah, 1 out of 10 times, you can be right, right?
Right.
Without help, you can be right more like 19 out of 20 times. Okay.
Right.
I'm not gonna say we're perfect. Every once
Right.
in a while, there's one probably don't work out. But here's the deal: if you do 20 deals, is it okay if one of them don't work out? You making 19 of them, 19 probably make you 30, 40K a month. You see? So check this out. When you that 120K, imagine this last year you didn't do this fix and flip. 120K, you can do 10 arbitrage.
Right.
The 10 arbitrage can make you 20K a month on month 1. So during this last year, you will be making 20K a month passive income. You make about 240K total for the year. More importantly, you're able to travel the world, enjoy freedom, take care of your family, do whatever you want to do, take care of yourself, right?
Right.
That's the most important part. How you feel if that has happened instead.
I realized that I missed an opportunity.
Yes, exactly. You see the difference?
Right.
So the risk for this business is only a few $1,000. Why? Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out, you move out, you lose your deposit and 1 month rental. 5K, maybe 8K. Anybody can take that hit, right? But your reward is 10 times that. You're literally making, let's say average 30K a year. You're gonna have it for at least 3-4 years. So you're gonna make it like 100K. So you're risking 5 to 10K to make 100K. Your reward is like 10 times to 20 times the risk. Does that make sense, guys? That's asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. That one concept cost me about at least 300K to learn. I want to share that with you, okay? Literally from the billionaire himself, Tony Robbins, and that's how they become billionaires, because they want to put the odds in their favor. Your reward is 10 times the risk. Remember that, guys. Remember that. Now, if you have a job, that's like inverted, because literally you train your time for money. What's more valuable than your time, guys? Nothing. Make sense? So I want you guys to get passive income as fast as you can. If you have a job right now and your income is totally dependent on your job, listen to me very carefully. You're in a very critical, dangerous place. You hear what's going on with AI? Even the government job is not secure anymore. Hey, hello, the new administration is laying off like half of them. Right? A lot of people I know personally is affected. Okay? So let that be an opportunity for you to learn a business, go into business for yourself. View it as an opportunity, not a problem. Every problem is an opportunity. The greater the problem, the greater your challenge, the greater the opportunity for you. It's all about how you view things, right? And maybe now my government friends and followers finally do their business on their own, because they've been very comfortable for a long time. Okay, so but anyway, thank you for sharing, Sherry. I hope that helped. All right, let's go. Let's make it happen. I hope that helped you guys. Okay, but that one concept is incredible. That was what you get you the freedom. Is the big high level mindset shift. It's the sometimes little shift too. But if you don't have it, and you, like my friend have been fixing flip for 20, 30 years, or even Sherry, she's been fixing flip for a long time, just slaving away from that, right? You don't want that, okay? You want freedom. Ultimately, that is the ultimate outcome for everybody, absolute freedom. And none other business I found that can give you that. If you have some, put down in the chat and we see, all right? But anyway, let's go back to this, to the formula. Is that helpful for you guys? Okay. All right, so let's go back here, fast method, the formula. What kind of return on investment? Okay, good question. Great question. What kind of return on investment are you getting on your money right now? 5, maybe 10% if you're in the market, 401k, if you're lucky, right? 10 to 20. Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, making about 20% of his money. 20%, and he's like a god in the investing world, okay? Y'all be all right with making 10, 20% of your money, right? Most people will be very happy, right? What if I can tell you can make 100% a year of your money? Would that be intriguing? So here's the deal: you're putting 12 to 15K, you're making 2 to 3K a month. How many months does it take for you to make your money back? 6 months. Within 12 months, your first year, you double your money. If you double your money, you're making 100% return, right? You double your money within your first year. You put in 12K in, you're making 24K after a year. That's 100% return. You get me? Where can you get 100% return? Backed up by real estate, and you have full control of it. My multifamily friend, I love you guys. But listen, I invested in multifamily deals too. 100K here, 100K there. I make 5% cash flow. And if they exit it, I will make 15, 20% hopefully. But I don't have any control of the deal. Do y'all want to have control of your money, of the deal or not, right? If you put money into the stock market, into crypto, whatever, I did that too. I have no control of the money, of where the market gonna go, right? This, I can just open another property like that and make more income. Open another property like that and I'll make more income. Does that make sense? And you have full control. This is your business. This is your property very much, so you can leverage. Does that make sense, guys? So that's very important. Honestly, I wish I didn't invest in that multifamily deal. 100K, I make like $500 a month. With that 100K, I will be making 20K a month from this business, and I have full control. You know, I can't even get that 100K back if I want to right now. I have to wait for them to finish that project. Okay, just a thought. Let you guys know. All right, formula for co-hosting. Y'all want a zero money down strategy? If y'all don't have the 10 to 15K down, you can do co-hosting or property management, okay? Zero money down strategy right here. Boom. What kind of return do you make if you put zero money down and you make monthly income from it? Infinite return. Make sense? Why? Because you are simply the connector. Like Steve Jobs said, be good at connecting. It's never a question of resources, it's a question of resourcefulness. Why are people from Africa become billionaire and people in America homeless? Doesn't make any sense. Why? Because one is better at resourcefulness. They know how to leverage. That's all it is, guys. Make sense? So with the co-hosting property management formula, you don't even have to pay the rent. You simply ask the landlord who are frustrated and burned out, and hey, you want corporate clients? And then you get the corporate clients from us, you get a know-how from us, the skill set from us, and boom, you get them corporate clients, and we'll be all right if you help them make more money and you get a cut from that. Of course, we'll be all right if they make, good money. You make 20% managing their property. Of course, why not? So for each of these, you make about $700 to $1,600 a month. Let's say $1,000 a month on average to make easy math, right? You do 2 properties a month. 5 months, you can make 10 properties, make you 10K a month. Boom. That's it. 5 months without any money down, without any hook on the lease, right? Without even furniture. You can utilize their furniture as well, right? Boom. You guys get me? You guys like this strategy? This strategy is for people who don't have a lot of money. Now, if you're a doctor, lawyer, you have some money saved aside and all of that, I will do the arbitrage. You have more control of the business, and you don't have to, you have more freedom that way. But if you don't have the money, you want to get started fast, this is the way in for you. And who are a realtor in here? For those of you who are a realtor, I was a realtor. It's hard for me to find clients. This will help you find client and you have passive income from it. So the way I did it is when I figured this out, I was able to talk with investor clients, show them the return, which is like 5 times more than regular long-term return, at least 3 times more. And of course, the investor client will want to buy it, offer higher prices, and then I manage their property on the back end. Does that make sense? Boom, 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 boom. You make money on the front end with your commission, would sell the house by knowing the skill set, and you make money on the back end with the recurring income. Here's the thing, if you don't have a recurring income, I learned this from another billionaire mentor, you don't have a business, you have a job. Listen very carefully. If you don't have recurring income, you don't have a business, you have a job, right? If you fix and flipper, that's a job. Wholesaling, that's a job. Okay, day trading, that's a job. That's not a business. You understand? Multi-level marketing, stalking people in the mall, that's a job. That's not, I've done it before, don't okay? Drop shipping, working 40 hours a week trying to find a product to sell, that's a job. Make sense? So anyway, that's the formula. Take a screenshot of this. Oh, how much are you charging the corporate client? 2 times the rent, plus or minus utilities, depending on where you're at in the season and all of that, right? So you charge the corporate clients 2 times the rent. That's very important to understand. Why are they paying that much? Because they only need it for 3 to 6 months. They're not going to rent vacant house for 3 to 6 months and furnish it and do all of that. They'd rather just pay you the money and get their job done. Make sense? All right, book a free consultation call with us if you haven't already. I'd love to help you guys. My followers, thank you for following me all this time. How to do co-hosting. Okay, so understanding the profit. You rent a place for 3,000, you would sublease it for 6,000. You make 20% by managing the property. You make about $1,200 a month. Minus utility, vacancy, the rent to the owner is $3,700. So the extra cash flow to the owner is $700. So most long-term landlord only make about 10% of traditional rent. Remember, they used to make $300, now they're making $1,000 in cash flow. Does that make sense? How many here are long-term landlord? You guys know, Janae is on here. We just had talked about this. You guys making $300 exactly a month for that long-term rental, right? What if you can make $1,000 and somebody will manage everything for you? Wouldn't you be happy? Of course. So that's the pitch to the landlord, guys. Is, hey, landlord, I like your property. How would you like to double or triple your profit or cash flow while I do all the work? It'd be crazy to say no, right? No, I don't want to triple my cash flow. No, I want to do all the work. So that's why it's a no-brainer when you understand this, get this right mindset to find a landlord. It really is a no-brainer. It's their loss if they don't do it, okay? Why? Because we're solving the landlord's biggest problems. The biggest issue is what? Tenants squatted their properties, cost them a lot of time, money, and energy. You know, well, we don't have any of that squatter because it's company. There's literally zero eviction for the last 10 years doing this, hundreds of properties, hundreds of clients nationwide that we've been doing this. Why? Because company has more to lose. They're not gonna risk their multi-million-dollar company for $10,000, $20,000 in rent. Of course they're gonna pay you. Insurance, they're $1 trillion company, of course they're gonna pay you. It's like a slam dunk. You guys make sense? Right? You're not gonna deal with, oh, I lost my job. No, it's a whole company, guys, okay? It's a whole corporation, it's a whole insurance. Does that make sense? Get that, zero eviction. That's unheard of for any long-term rental business for over 10 years. You guys hear me? Okay? So, and then the second biggest thing that landlord face are maintenance of the properties, because they have to fix it a lot of time by themselves. Fixing, how many want to fix some toilets? Plumbing job? Nobody, okay? Well, if you're a regular landlord, long-term landlord, a lot of times you have to do that, or you're not gonna make any profit, because most of the time you're only making a couple $100 a month, right? One plumbing job, that's gone. One AC job, that's gone. You see? But with us, we're able to charge double the market rent. Listen very carefully. We are able to charge double the market rent. These companies have resources, insurance have resources. With that, we have profit, a lot of profit margin, big profit margin. So we can hire a professional, hire the professional plumber that can do a much better job than anybody can. You know, God help us. Thank God that I don't have to fix any toilet. I don't fix any handyman, nothing for the past 10 years doing this, okay? And now they contact my manager call the plumber to fix it. They don't even talk to me. That's true freedom. Make sense? Okay? I literally spend about 1 to 2 hours a week managing this, a minute here, a minute there. Okay? I have my manager handle everything in multiple states. I have properties in multiple states. You guys get it? That's where I want you guys want to be. Okay? Where I want you guys want to be. And help a lot of people have done that as well, okay? All right. So remember, you only need a couple landlords to believe in your dream, your financial freedom. Don't give up, okay? You don't need, it's not like wholesaling or fix and flip where you make 1,000 phone calls and you get one person, one deal. No. These are warm calls. You're calling the landlord who already are renting their property. They want to make more income. And the conversation is pretty easy. Hey, you want to do this or not? I only have 1 or 2 spots a month anyway. So that's it. You know, you don't need that many people. You need about 3 good landlords, and the rest will come from referral. How many here believe that you can find at least 1 good landlord to partner with, or 2, right? Because once you show them that you're the best and last tenant they ever have, they're gonna call their cousin, uncle, grandma, and tell them about it, and then give you more properties. Make sense? So that's it. You don't need to, it's not a cold call, by the way, it's a warm call. These people are already want to talk to you. They want to rent their houses. A lot of them, they're in desperate situation, they need your help. There you go. Sounds good? The arbitrage financial freedom formula, let's revisit it. Like month one, do one property, make 2K a month passive on average. If you're in California, you make like 4K a month, okay? But let's say minimum at least 2K a month. Month two, you do 2 more. Month three, you do 2 more. Now you're 10K a month. Month 6, you do, by that time, you make 20K a month. Okay, guys, do you know how long it takes me to make 10K a month? I had to go to school for 8 years, become a doctor. Okay, literally 8 years, 400K tuition, move across the country, sleep on the basement, eat off a $1 menu, Little Caesar pizza, and Walmart chicken for $5 for the whole chicken. I remember it. Okay, for 8 years to make 10K a month, guys. And then after taxes, after student loan, I make like 5K a month. This, I haven't even gotten to that. But here you keep a lot of what you make. In 3 months, I literally help so many people do this. It's crazy, right? And then you have freedom. 3 months, that's it. Now, if that's not enough for you, do it 6 months. Now, if you want to do it in less than that, our best student did 5 properties within 1 month, made 15K a month, retire the rest of his life on the beach. 1 month. So that's how fast you can do. I'm not gonna hold you limit. If you want to be the person come in here and do 10 properties in 1 month, be my guest. I would more than happy to applaud you, right? Roger Bannister, record formulated mile. I literally just read about him today. Before him, it was impossible. It was said to be impossible to break the 4-minute barrier. After he did it, he didn't listen to the naysayer. After he did it, 336 people do it in the next 10 years. What changed? Did the economy change? Did the technology change? Did the science change? Did the physical body of the human mind change? No, it's the limitation of the mind, guys. Limitation of the mind, that's it, okay? That's it. That's it, okay? Why not you? Why not now? If all these people become billionaires, we're only asking for $20-something thousand a month and live a lifestyle of freedom the rest of our life. Is that too much to ask? No. Why not you? Why not now? If a 15 years old can do this, why not you? And if you say, oh, I'm too old, I have grandmas who are doing this. Literally grandmas who are doing this. Okay? And make 6-figure income. I can show you. Literally 6-figure income. Okay? Color, race, doesn't matter. We've done everything. Everybody can do this. Make sense? For me, if one person can do this, I can do this. Okay? And if I have hundreds of people can do this, why not you? And why not now? A lot of it is get rid of all limiting belief and believe in yourself one more time. Just one more time, okay? Once again, all right? Co-hosting. You make about 1K a month passive for each property. So no money down, by the way. So to get 10K a month, you usually get about 6 months. 20K, you get about 12 months. It's still amazing. You don't have to spend 10 years of your life to get there with the traditional route, you know? If you go to the work right out of school, you're gonna need about 10 years to get to 10K a month. 10 years of your life, you know? And the most important part is after you get this, it's passive. It's coming in every month. It's not like you're still trading your time for money, right? I have a little doctor, lawyer making $300-400 an hour. That's amazing. That's great. But you still have to work 40-50 hours a week. What if something happened to you? What happened to your income? What if something happened to your license? What happened to your income? Who's gonna take care of your family, right? Exactly. You know, that's what I'm talking about, right? With this, once you set it up, guys, it's automatic income every single month, kind of like clockwork, okay? And hey, if one property don't work out, guess what? Open another one like this. Remember risk to reward ratio. Is it okay if you have 10 property and one of them don't work out? You're making, instead of 20K, you're making 15K a month. Is that all right? Is that all right? Of course, all right. Right? Would that be amazing, right? Working a few hours a week. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the mindset I'm talking about, guys. Think in terms 10x, you know? think how to get 10 properties so you don't have to worry about one property not working out. Who cares? Close it down, take a few K loss, open another one. Like that. It's the skill set, the mindset of knowing how to do this. That's the most important thing you want to pass on to your kids, your family. It's not the money, guys. It's the how to, you know, it's the business, it's the mindset, it's everything. Okay. All right. So anyway, if you haven't, I see a lot of people have been booking our call, so that ramped up pretty fast here. So I don't know if I have any spots left, but you want to, you can still apply and see. Okay. So apply to the link there and see if you qualify. I'll give you an hour free consultation, literally an hour. Okay. Sometimes I stay longer too and help you every step of the way. Okay. Analyze the deal, whatever you need to help you. It's a thank you for following me all this time. Right? Some people follow me for years now, so thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, and even if you're not, even if my slots fill up, I will have one of my success advisor to give you 20-30 minutes at least. Okay. All right, we are the oldest coaching community for midterm or corporate housing rental. Okay, we've been around the longest, and we have the most award. That's how we're able to hang out with billionaires, have them shout out. Okay, I know there's a lot of Airbnb coaches out there, but none of them teach about this until I did. And now some of them, a couple of them, trying to copycat me and do it, which is great. God bless them. But ask them, hey, how many of you actually played chess with Sir Richard Branson? How many of you actually been to Tony Robbins' home and traveled the world with him? How many of you actually got shout out by Grant Cardone on his yacht to his community of millions of people? You think these billionaires are crazy? No, man. They are only support legit people, right? They legit company. We are the Michael Jordan, the Kobe Bryant of this industry. So if you want to play with Michael Jordan, if you want to learn play ball with MJ, come with us. You know, if you want to play ball with a new kid on the block, be my guest. But you're not going to win, most likely. But we're going to win, that's for sure. We're already winning. We're the leading. We go on ChatGPT right now. So that's who's the number one or the leading corporate housing coach in America. We pop up, guys. We pop up. Okay, questions? Let's look at some questions. What does it look like to work with us? Number one, get rid of any fears or limiting belief. That's the number one thing. I've been coaching for a long time, guys. I see, you know, even the doctor, lawyer, they have a lot of fear, limiting belief because we've been brainwashed to work a job, to stay, you know, to sit down, shut up, and do what we've been told, not to think for ourselves. Okay, and I'm here to change that. I'm here to challenge you to think for yourself. I'm here to challenge you to think outside the box. I'm here to challenge you to be more coachable, to be more open-minded, so that way we can help you, okay? That's the most important thing I can pass on along. What do we offer in the coaching program? So, you know, for those of you interested with that call, that's when we can go over. You know, if you are not interested, that call can be a free consultation call. No problem, right? That's why we offer that for you. Is we don't have time to go over this right now, and right now I'm not here to really pitch you the whole program, all of that. I want to give you as much value as possible, and then we want to interview you as well to see if you're a good fit for our community as well. We don't just accept anybody as well. We want to make sure it's a good fit for us. We want to build a community that lasts. You know, all of that. So, you know, if you're really serious, interested, and book that call. And then we want to see if we're a good fit for us as well, okay? The link didn't work. Oh, that's unacceptable, guys. What's going on? What do you mean the link didn't work here, guys? My team, test out the link. Thank you for letting me know that. If it didn't work, then that's a big issue. Huh, it worked for me. I just click on it. Maybe your browser or something? It worked, right, guys? My team? It worked for somebody? It works? Okay, good. All right, good. For CC Chen, one of my team member will contact you, okay, to help you personally. Make sure of that, okay. Make sure somebody call her as soon as possible to see how we can help her, okay, and make sure we can book a call. All right. Any questions? Any questions about anything? Yeah, our area is good for the business model, hotel, highways, and hospital. Okay, if you have a location right now, actually, I can analyze it for you right now. Okay, so put the location or link in the chat. How long does it take to normally rent out a property? Great question. Anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. But you're gonna get 3 to 6 months booking at double the market rent with 80-90% extension rate. Remember that. Remember that, guys. That's huge. Okay. San Francisco. Okay, let's look at that. Want to reward? See, longer you stay, the more I reward you. Make sense? That's how I roll. So it's definitely staying over here to help you guys here. And I want to share with you guys how to analyze the deal, how to analyze the market, right? That's the most important part. So let's look at this. Janae, we already analyzed that market on the coaching calls. You're part of our team already. So, but anyway, let's look at what's needed for a landlord. Let us use a property. Great question. One, we clean the property every single few months. We pay for it. Any maintenance under $200 a month, we pay for it. We're not even calling you. We basically manage the property for them for free. We have corporate clients that will stay and take care of the property like it's our own. Okay. Boom. And then we're gonna pay above market rent too. If you really like the property, we can pay above market rent. Let me ask you this, Mr. Landlord, Miss Landlord, have any of your applicants offer you these things? No, right? Exactly. So why not? Why not? You see? That's why when you really get this guy, it's a piece of cake. I recently have a student literally make 5 phone calls and he got 4 yeses. Literally just now, just like yesterday, like last week. Now that's like probably like one of the best, okay, record. But what if you can make 50 phone calls and you get 2 yeses? Is that okay? How much your dreams, your goals worth? Remember, guys, you only need 1 or 2 yeses a month. That's all you need, guys. Can you make 100 phone calls in a month and get 1 yeses and you'll be done? And after 3 landlord, most of it gonna come from referral anyway. Would that be all right? Do you know how many phone calls it takes if you do traditional real estate to get 1 deal? At least 1,000. And most of them cuss you out because you buy a fixing and flip at 50% market value. You're trying to do wholesaling, you gotta buy at 50% of the market value. Who here want to sell their property 50%? Nobody. And here we offer them more value. Not only we're gonna rent at the price they ask for, we're gonna clean it every few months, we pay for it, maintain it, $200 a month, we pay for it. And we have corporate clients with no eviction record, right? And on top of that, we're gonna pay you $200, $300 above market rent. You are crazy not to do this. You are absolutely insane not to do this. If you're a landlord right now, you're insane not to do this. Does that make sense, guys? Right? So we are interviewing them. We actually cherry pick property. Cherry pick our partner, not the other way around. Make sense? All right, let's look at San Francisco. Great question. So, hey, that's why I want to work. Give a hand to Cece, okay? She's been participating and she's the first one to put down. So I want to reward that, you see? I told you I told you that I watch everything, okay? So I appreciate the people who participate, the people who are focused, and I want to reward you. So let's analyze San Francisco. So first thing first, Avoid downtown. Why? Too much regulations, too much politics, no parking. You don't want that. You want right outside of the city, maybe 15, 30 minutes to an hour max, okay? And we want to look at highways. Where are the highway system flowing in and from? You see there's highway system flowing in here, highway system flowing in here, okay? So we want to search for hospital. After highway system, we'll search for hospital. Boom, bunch of hospital right here in the center of San Francisco, of course, okay? And then hotels, okay? Hotels, Ram Hotel, Casino Hotel, all these hotels, okay? Good. Hyatt, oh, that's another signature here, okay, good. Hotels there, good. Okay, so just real quick, right? You see Hyatt, Highmont Place, nice, Hilton, right? So this part here is a good area too, okay? You can do business there. This part here, of course, you know, except avoid the downtown area, but surrounding area should be good as well, right? And boom, I'll give you one more, since you guys, the longer you stay, the more I'm gonna give you bonus. I'm gonna give you a bonus H. It's called healthy food, okay? Whole food. Why? Because these people have money to buy whole food, okay? They are good areas if they're next to whole food. Make sense? They already done all the market research for us. We don't have to. Make sense? That right there save you years of headache. If you go into the wrong deal, you get in the wrong vacation. That's the only thing you cannot change around a deal. You can change everything about a deal in real estate except what? The location, guys. The location. So make sure it's the right location, okay? And then the second thing is what? Anybody know? Anybody know what's the second thing you cannot change about real estate? Put down the chat while I analyze this. So whole food, okay, whole food. There's a Whole Food here, you know, not downtown, right? Boom. You see? Boom. Costco is good too. You see? Boom. And then you simply go on Zillow, look for 3-bedroom, two bath, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, single story, right? Single story. Allow pets. Oh, pets important. Allow pets. Small cats, small dogs. Because they have a lot of families that want to have their pets, right? So you go in here, you go into San Francisco, you put for rent, remove boundaries. Once you hit remove boundary, you want to search for 4-bedroom first, because 4-bedroom will be better for if it's a fair market rent. Fair market price, okay? If not, a 3-bedroom will be fine as well, okay? So check this out. Come on. Okay, so now we can do San Francisco. These are the criteria, okay? Hit remove boundaries. Home type is houses, not apartments. Maybe townhouse is San Fran. But for now, just do regular houses. Boom. See, it's like 5K, 7K, 3K. So you want to look at the average. I don't have time to go into that, but I know San Fran, I done the analysis before. I want to no more than 5,000 for San Fran. Now, if you're in like Texas, Houston, no more than 3,000. You see, it just depends on where you're at. But for example, look. You get one of these for 4,500 a month. You rent it out to company for about 10,000 a month, right? There's a lot of rich company in here. Silicon Valley, a ton of people. You see? So these, you would call them up, pitch them the deal, and then you can rent it for 9,000 instead of 4,500, and therefore you make about 4,000 a month. Does that make sense? So you have the area now, and now we want to contact property owner too, a listing agent, not professional man, property management. It's a lot easier if you talk to property owner, okay? And you find some deals, okay? Single story is better than double story. Oh, this one look nice. 5 bedroom, 3 bath, boom. Look nice. Let somebody else do the renovation, right? Sherry will tell you. This property in San Fran, how much it cost? $1 million? You know, wouldn't be surprised if it cost $1 million, right? So 2016 for 500K, that's 10 years ago. It's at least $1 million today. Instead of spending 200K and 100K in to renovate this beautiful home, you put in 10K. 1 month rent, 1 month deposit, boom, you get the deal. You get it? Or you partner with them and you don't put any money down and you're still making money from this $1 million home. Make sense? Cats, dogs, okay, 5 bedroom, 3 bath, boom. Cha-ching. All day long, you see? All day long, right? That's beautiful. That's beautiful home. You know, these are some beautiful home too, you know? Like this one is like already have furniture. That's very interesting. Some people, they might take the furniture out, or some people, they just don't know what they're doing. Oh, see, this one fully furnished, remodel, very safe, boom. That's incredible. It's incredible. They're only doing for 5K a month in San Fran. That's not this you can rent out for at least 8 or 9, 10K a month. You're making 3, 4K. And this person has already had the furniture, so you don't have to do any of that. Make sense? Even better. That's amazing, right? Why do people do it? Listen, they don't know what they're doing. They don't have the right connection. They don't have the right best practices to get the corporate clients. And a lot of times they just fail at doing Airbnb. They think it's an easy thing. Just listen to Airbnb and make money. It's not that easy, okay? You need a lot of like 10 years experience like we do to know how to get the corporate clients, how to do all of this and all of that, you know? So this one will be a great find right here. It's already fully furnished. You don't even need to spend 10K to furnish the deal. Make sense? Or you can find people like this all day long, you know, and you don't have to take over the lease. You say, hey, whatever I partner with you, you know, and here's the deal. I can get corporate clients to pay like 10K a month. I make 20% of that, so I make 2K, okay? So there's still 8K left after utilities and everything, 1K. So they're gonna make 7K instead of 5K. Do you think they found a new best friend? Of course. Does that make sense? You're helping them making $2,000 more, and that's, remember, they're cash flowing about this business, this property, they probably negative cash flow. In San Francisco, even if they're positive cash flow, they're making like $500 a month. You're helping them to making $2,500 a month. That's like 5 times more. Does that make sense? How about the contract? What kind of contracts? We don't have any main house in my area, in the city. Once available, order should we not do it there? D, San Francisco. Do it where I've been telling you with this area right here. Jacksonville area is a great area. Okay, Las Vegas is a good area too. Okay, Jersey City, okay. Scottsdale is a great area. Scottsdale is a great area. Okay. Yes. Oh, D, you in New Jersey? Okay. Wait, didn't? Oh, CC. I'm sorry, CC is San Francisco. D is Jersey City, New Jersey. Okay. So after San Fran, Scottsdale, Lily is good. Yeah, Scottsdale is a good area, Lily. It's an amazing area. Okay. And then Vegas, of course, Jersey City, New Jersey. Okay. I mean, hey, you don't have to be in your local area if you don't want to. Like, you can drive within 45 minutes, an hour, and you're good to go. you know. The good thing about renting the place is you can pretty much rent any place. You don't have to buy in your local area. Does that make sense? You want to go where the money is, okay? So we can analyze that for you and all of that, okay? Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Great question, by the way. Fort Lauderdale is good too. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale is great. Fort Lauderdale is I think it's better than Miami because it's less regulated. Okay. So all of these markets we have students in that have success, and I can just name up like that because we've been doing it for a long time, you know. So we don't have time to go over all the areas, but I just want to make sure that I tell you, and then just book a call. When we you know, when we do that one-on-one for 1 hour, I have more time to analyze any deal for you. Okay. So sounds good. Let me wrap this up with a bow. Hopefully you guys, what are some aha moments you guys learned from today? Okay. I challenge you to find the deal in your area from what you learned today and just make 20 phone calls. You'll be surprised. You got a yes, and then boom, sign up for our mentorship. We lead you on how to do this, and boom, you make it happen. Change your life forever. Why not? Why not you? Why not now? Right? Why not you? Why not now? So with that being said, guys, think about, again, my first question is, why are you here? How has that changed from now? If anything is possible, imagine if anything is possible a year from now, you're able to travel around the world, do whatever you want to do. Like all these amazing testimonials that we have literally hundreds of different testimonials from all different paths of the world and of the country, I mean, and different background and everything. Why not you? Why not now? What would you do? Imagine you're making 20, 30K a month. What would you do with your life? What would change? How you feel? Who would you help? What nonprofit would you do? You see? What nonprofit will you help? Who will you give back to? Who's the one person you must fight for? Your mom, your spouse, your dad? Father's Day coming up. Happy Father's Day to everybody, okay? Happy Father's Day to everybody here, okay? Take a day off, re-strategize, rethink about your life, okay? And then hit it. Let's hit it hard, Father. If you're a father, if you're a husband, isn't it about time you fulfill the promises to your family that you're going to retire them, travel the world, you know, have fun together, right? Not miss your kids' game one more time, right? Or your daughter recitals, okay? What if? What if? Why not? You know? The biggest question in life is why? Why are you doing this? The second most important, also equally important question is why not? Right? Why not? Why not be all you can be? Why not go after your dreams? Why not take the leap of faith and find out how far the rabbit hole go? Why not try and try again until you succeed? Okay? Why not? And why not you? Why not now? When was the best time to get into real estate, guys? 100 years ago? 10 years ago? What's the second best time to get into it? Now. When would now be the best time? That's a great question by Tony Robbins. When would now be a good time? Right? When would now be a good time? You seek out the right mentorship, the right community, and change your life forever. Okay? So I'm gonna play this video, and then we Gonna.
I want to introduce somebody very special, amazing, awesome student who's working 50 hours a week with 2 little kids. It really blows my mind how working moms can also build a side business that within months able to make 6-figure income. Now she have 20 properties, 20 corporate housing, generating more than doctors make. And also travel. She travel, take vacation almost every single month. I'm just so happy and grateful to have her here. Is Coach Ann.
Hi guys, I'm Ann. To be correct, I'm actually having 21 properties. It wasn't that I'm taking vacation every month, but actually every week. I wouldn't be able to do all that without doing the corporate housing.
I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time on Instagram because for me, I'm thinking if I'm going to invest, I want to make sure that I invest wisely because I worked hard for my money, right? And so I've been following Dr. Chau for a long time. Our life has just been so much easier with corporate housing, with our one house. For the last months, we've spent honestly the entire time 5 hours within these last 5 months. So an hour a month, guys, honestly.
What I like is the access. Having access to Dr. Chau, the coach. I got his phone number. I can call him for anything. You got to make time or get on their schedule, but Dr. Chau is ready to answer my call. A real guy. That's why I appreciate Dr. Chau and the program himself.
It has been a learning experience for us because it's a whole new business. We also come from corporate America, college and real estate. All of that was completely new for us. I had a hard time with making the phone calls, but like you guys said, it's just important to just go for it and make the calls. And we did. We jumped on it, started making phone calls. And after that, it really only took 2 or 3 phone calls. We got our first property in September. We went to go meet the property owner, and he's like an investor. And when he met us right away, we introduced ourselves, met him in person, shook his hand, felt like we were family. He never did a background check on us, credit check, nothing. He signed the lease that night, definitely a blessing. And then we had our house listed within 2 weeks after that. He actually referred us to an investor friend. So our second property that we got, they offered it to us. We listed it on a Wednesday, and by Friday, we had 3 inquiries, and it's booked for 3 months now. This house that we got now, we rented for $1,895, I think. With the insurance, we're charging $4,200 per month.
We have faith in this program, and we're happy with the coaches. Been really great to us. We're excited to get our 3rd and 4th property by the end of the year, hopefully. Let's go.
Within the first month of joining the program, we had a baby. The next month, we onboarded 3 houses. What is your excuse? Let's get on board.
So last year, Kathy went to our event like this, just sitting in your seat. She had 1 property where she was struggling with short-term rental, blah, blah, blah. And now fast forward a year now, how many properties you have now? 6. On average, $2K a month for properties. You're making 6-figure income, man, in 1 year.
Right now, I have 3 properties.
Awesome. And how much you make average per property per month?
About 3 to 3.5 per property.
$3,000 to $3,500 per property. So, man, you're killing it. And those 3 properties making you almost $10K a month.
I started my program last September. I started with nothing, had just enough money to get 1 house. Now I'm at 9 houses. I took 5 houses last October. My gross annual right now per month is about $65,000 a month.
This is one of the best masterminds I've been to. I've formed a lot of great relationships, partnerships, just from this one weekend. Better concepts of how to do this business, what to say, how to do it, who to do it with, who not to do it with.
Thank you, Dr. Chau. Thank you for this event. I felt truly at home. My heart is in peace. I trust. I felt understood. I felt cared for from really all of you. And just, I think this is my community from now on.
I also want to just express gratitude to Dr. Chau, the coaches, the team. Putting on this live event was just life-changing for me. On behalf of my family, I know it's going to do well for us. I'm just so excited for the future. Thank you.
There was a point in your life, I am sure, Dr. Chau.
All right, guys, let's hit it. Count down with me, 5 to 1. This is Baby Nugget, okay? And I got to go be with my smoking hot wife. So, that's what life's all about, working from home and literally watching the sunset on the beach right now. So literally guys, literally. So anyway, I'm playing with my baby nugget. So with that, let's count down for freedom, okay? Then celebrate. So count down 10 to 1 and then celebrate as if you already made it. No matter what, don't worry about anything. Celebrate as if you already made it. Got it? Who's in? Put in your fist. Unmute yourself. And let's go. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freedom! Yeah! Freedom! Woo! Freedom! Come on, jump up, guys. Jump up. I want to see everybody out there chair. Come on. Jump up with your dreams, your goals, your freedom. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Thank you, guys. God bless you guys, okay? Have a good night. Bye-bye. See you on the course.